Today's 1047 day that I'm here to listen to learn. I'm learning how to support your dreams. You're also allowed to become the person that you want to become. Today's thing about growth, but from two different perspectives: faith-related growth and non-faith-related growth. I think a lot of times we're able to blend them together, but sometimes some kind of growth that we're able to do is related to faith directly. Of course, it could be not, but it's a lot of times is directly related to faith, and some are not directly related to faith. And then, of course, those are things that be able to really grow, not looking into faith at all. So, what are those things? So, today we'll share 7 faith and 7 non-faith related things that be able to develop just to become the best version of us. Number one is spiritual growth. This is spiritual growth is a lot of times depends on your faith. Like it really developing relationships with your faith. It means reading a book, reading, understanding like what you exactly you are. Because a lot of times I know that people call themselves one thing, but they are not. They've been not living a life of the faith. Because a lot of times we can say that we are whatever we want. We can say that we are the best NFL players, but if we're actually not playing the football, that means that we're not players. We need to really take action, really achieve something to really be able to really call ourselves somebody. Exactly the same. I think in faith, sometimes we call ourselves one thing, but sometimes our actions doesn't really actually show up. So spiritual growth is very important, and I think that a lot of times we need to understand that we have coaches and mentors, and spirituality is one of the things that we supposed to have some kind of mentor as well. Number two is purpose and calling. Purpose and calling. That means understanding that we are here for a reason. And then I love this saying that there is two most important dates in your life. Two most important is the first is your birth, and second is when you understand why you born. This is a beautiful part. That it means the purpose and meaning is understanding why you born. Like what was the reason that you was put on his earth. And I think that we need to understand that. And we need to work to really build that purpose. Because of course there's a saying that find your purpose, find your purpose. And I to be honest, over time I understood it's not defining purpose. It's more building purpose, building meaning, calling, building things. And of course, when you're able to build it, you're able to find it through building, not by looking. Number three is trust in faith in adversity. That means that I think that one of the advantages of having faith is adversity. Because people who are not looking at faith, adversity sometimes are very tough. But when you have that faith, because you're not able to have fear and faith, disappointment and faith, misery and faith at the same time. So you have faith or you have misery. You have faith or you have massive fear. You have faith or you have disappointment. Because a lot of times say like we supposed to be able to have such a strong relationship with your faith that you do not have that big fear. You have fear, but you know that you're able to give away fear. And that's a beautiful thing. Number four is community and fellowship. And this is when you think about really faith, this is a beautiful part as well. That is all about community. Building community that you're able to serve, that you're able to add value, you're able to really show yourself, give the resources, be kind to community. Fellowship, being able to really grow as a community, not just yourself. And I think this is a big part of really faith. Now I understand that community could be not related to faith, but I think that is a beautiful part of faith related growth. Number six is forgiveness and grace. And this is, I think this is very important. Forgiveness and grace. Being able to understand that nobody is perfect. And we're not supposed to judge. We are not supposed to judge. We are people like other person's person. So people not supposed to judge people. We're supposed to forgive. And they will be judged by someone else. And I think it's very important to really forgive, because I really love saying that when you are having that grudge, it's like you're drinking the poison and hoping that other person will die. And that is exactly that why forgiveness is so important, because forgiveness is for you. Forgiveness is for us. And this is very important. And last one, number 7, is gratitude and humility. Being able to be grateful, being able to understand that we are supposed to be rivers, not reservoirs. We're supposed to be able to really get things and give things, get things and give things, not get things and store things. Get things and store things. So that is a huge difference. I think that when you think about mentality, but faith is all about giving. Because whatever you have is not yours anyway. This is a beautiful thing. Whatever you have is not yours anyways. All things as gifts. And of course, when you understand it, it's much easier to give it and really be a river rather than a reservoir. So now looking into other part, looking into okay, what are the non-faith related growth? Because those are as essential as the faith related growth. So number one is mindset and habits. Really just having that positive mindset. I have an understanding growth mindset. The mindset that really actually allows you to really move forward, overcoming those mindsets that really doesn't serve you and putting the right ones, because we're not able to really shut things down, but we're able to switch, we're able to change, and at the same time we're able to really build the habits that will support our mindsets. Habits process is very important. I think that a lot of times there's again beautiful saying is that we fall not on the goals, we fall on the processes that allows us to achieve those goals. So it means that when you have a bad day, if you have a goal and you have motivation, during bad day, that motivation could not be there. And it might be to not do the things required to achieve your goal. But if you have a process, you know exactly what you need to do. It doesn't matter how you feel. You feel great, uplifted. You're able to do the habit. You're able to do the routine. You're able to do the process. And of course, at that moment, you're able to achieve your goal. Number two is emotional intelligence. And I think that it's a beautiful thing. I was struggling with it, and I still need to improve it. I still like pretty low where I would love to be. I really want to be in a high level of emotional intelligence, but if I want to achieve that, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. Because emotional intelligence is self-awareness. That's still a part that are pretty good, but very empathy, understanding where people coming from, understanding sometimes life is, and being able to really help them to push through their expectations, their limitations, and not not buy in on other person's limitations. Because a lot of times when people share like this is what I'm going through, this is sometimes we can really buy into their limitations. And that's not what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to buy in their potential. And this is emotional intelligence that allows us to understand that where people are coming from, not to accept that and say that this is where you are, but this is not who you can be. This is your behavior, but this is not who you are. So let's change that behavior. Let's change that behavior, and when we will change that behavior, you will feel different kind of person. Because a lot of times we attach our identity based on our behavior. And emotional intelligence allows to understand that and allows to really build yourself up and build other people up as well. Number three is goal setting and time management. And I think that a lot of times when we understand that time management, we're not able to manage time, but what we're able to manage, we're able to manage priorities. So we always need to understand that priorities will always dictate how well you achieve things in life. Because prioritize things based on values, on beliefs, based on limitations, based on external validation. What you base your priorities on will dictate where your time goes, where your research goes. And at the same time, the goal setting is very important, because I think that when we set the goal, we have the plan. And again, that's why where the time management and goal setting works hand in hand. Because if you have a goal, but now you don't able to put priority that goal will always be in the back burner. Number four is self-care and mental health. Self-care and mental health. That means we always need to understand this is a vessel, and we need to make sure that we are taking care of that very well. Like we like a supercar, like most expensive supercar, and we need to really invest in that. Invest in changing oils, investing in putting more fuel in the highest quality fuel, that nutrition, being able to really take care of it and wash it and do all the things. And of course, mental health is all about to really, we have a food, to really nutritious food to really to have that health. But mental health, there's a lot of foods as well. That means the podcasts, seminars, books, all those things like great relationships, community, have our discussions, all about mental health. Because we're able to see that if your mental health is not great, that means, okay, what kind of food regarding mental health you had in last month? It might be that your mental health is, you overweight in your mental health, and you need to really lose some weight just to make sure that you're able to really get your mental health and physical health in place. Number 5 is communication skills. I think that the communication skills always, the more I live, the more I understand of how communications is important. It doesn't matter what kind of career you have, communication skills enhance that significantly. If you're working a job and you improve your communication skills, you're able to grow to in your career in better positions. Most people who are in a CEO and C-level positions is not because they are good in tactical skills. No, they're not that good sometimes. But what they are good at, they are good in emotional intelligence, they are good in communication skills, they are good in public speaking skills, leadership skills. All those soft skills lead people to achieving great success in in employment, in self-employment, in business, or of course potentially maybe even less in investment. But of course there's a lot of things in passive income could be required communication as well. But communication is for everything, not just for money making, it's for relationships, for community, for really influence people, for the impact, for influencing people. So like it's very, very important. Number 6 is resilience and grit. Now, resilience is great. Is one interesting thing, because we supposed to understand that this is our responsibility to build our perseverance. So, because I love that resilience is one thing that we're able to build every single day, no matter what's going on. That means you have the best year of your life, you're able to build resilience, do something that you hate every single day. So it means that even there's a lot of things that you love, and you're doing the things that you love, you're still able to build resilience by choice, by doing every single day something that you do not like or do not want or hate, just to build that muscle of doing the things that you don't like. Because sometimes the world, the external world, will send you things that you do not want to do. You do not want to do, but you don't have a choice to do it. You need to do it. You have to do it. And now, because you build resilience and grit, it's much, much easier to really do that. And then you go through that much faster, and you go after your big goals again. And number 7 is continuous learning and curiosity. This is, again, we need to be curious, because the curiosity is one of the aspects of success, because we need to be curious. Okay, did it well? What I need to adjust? What's going over here? What's going on over here? That adventure and being able to really continuously be curious, continuously learn, because I think that we understand that the only constant thing is change in life. And of course, if life is changing, we still need to continue to learn and improve based on those changes, and improve before those changes are coming to our lives. Now, we understand that there is a faith-related growth and non-faith-related growth. And I think that the key to success is able to really bridge them together. And because when you really bridge together, you have that purpose and meaning, understanding why you do things. Because I think that a lot of times, if you really have your non-faith related things dialed down, sometimes there's something is missing. You doing so many different things, but something is missing. And I think a lot of times it's just that purpose and meaning is missing to get better results. But at the same time, we need to understand our values and ethics, and really align our actions and our habits and routines and goals with those values, and our ethics with the morals. And last thing that is really that habit, gratitude and mindfulness, being able to be present. And I think that's one of the key to the castle of success is that gratitude. But one of the most beautiful words of all, because what you appreciate appreciates. This is hands down one of the best sayings ever. What you appreciate appreciates. If you appreciate the friendships, you will be able to nurture them much better. If you appreciate yourself, you will be able to nurture yourself better, and you'll have a better relationship with yourself. If you appreciate the money that you have, you will be able to nurture that and expand that. So what you appreciate, and gratefulness and gratitude is one of the key to success. And mindfulness is one of the being able to be present, because when you're able to be present, you enhance relations with yourself, enhance relations with most people that you love, you enhance the career, because you're able to be much more focused and more present. So there are so many great things that you're able to combine faith-related and non-faith-related growth and bridge those and really go after the big, meaningful things in life. So I hope you just win and see you tomorrow.